Hello, Internet. Yeah, E3 2015. Got reactions, Microsoft conference.
Echo.
Yeah, you check. Well, there's an echo on your end.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
What's going on? Is it?
That's good now.
Okay.
Sort of. No, not anymore.
Is that? How about
You're
now?
talking fine, but, wait, is it good now? Yeah, it's good now.
Okay.
Alright, so you just like start at the top and then run through everything they talked about.
Sure. Do it the way we do it.
So, a lot of stuff shown. First, Halo 5, they opened with that, and then some gameplay, and then release date, so October 27th, 2015. I had, like, not good quality on my stream at this part, so I couldn't really tell, but it did, like, seem, like, squad-based, and you're giving commands.
Yeah. It looks like...
And at the end, they said it was, like, drop in, drop out co-op, so
Yeah.
that was neat.
Was that the character from ODST?
Yeah.
Nathan Fillion? So
Like
he's
now a Spartan now. That's kind of weird.
That's sort of weird, yeah.
Because I thought, like, Spartans were, like, grown into, like, Spartans. Not like they take someone from ODST and then, oh, you're a Spartan now.
Yeah, like, I guess the new Spartan program is supposed to be different.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
So, yeah, that's cool that he's showing up again. It had featured a lot of familiar voice actors. Gameplay-wise, though, I don't know. Did it seem really exciting? Like,
No.
I didn't really actually see anything different. It felt
was
very
too cinematic for a Halo game for me. Like,
Yeah.
Halo was predicated on you build your own cinematic experiences rather than playing their experience for you, you know?
Yeah. It's like very scripted feeling.
Yeah.
What about multiplayer, though? So, that seemed really cool. They talked about how it's going to be more...
She's excited.
Yes, I'm at home, and
She's excited for
it's all
Warzone.
happening in the day.
Have you seen that concept before? Like that PvP versus E? Thing? It's like I've seen that before, but I don't recall the game.
Well, like Titanfall is like that, right?
Yeah, that there's like, well, sort of.
Also, Evolve, because there's stuff in the environment that'll attack you.
Hang on, like, so I sort of missed this part. It was PvP, and then there's also enemies that you have to deal with? Yeah. Like Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City? That type?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Kinda... Well, they say it's 24 players, they said. So 12 versus 12.
Someone's excited.
Oh, wait. Oh, Microsoft 5 trailer. Oh. You're back.
Judging from how messy this podcast is going, you'd think we were actually there. But yeah, like it was Halo. It's more Halo.
Did you play the last one, Trioptical?
I did play 4.
Okay, because like the stuff with like the Promethean stuff, does it like fit with like where it was going? And like Master Chief being like on some sort of like hunt or something.
Sort of. I mean, 4. Like, I think the main
trying to, like,
part
dismantle whatever they're called, society.
Kind of. Like 4 was sort of weird. It had the Covenant, and yet even though they were supposed to have made peace, they were still like bad because it was supposed to be like a different faction or something. And then but yeah, like the main point was like, oh, Master Chief came back, and he's not like lost in space anymore, where we left him in the trilogy. So yeah, totally new stuff we can do now, and it was sort of left open. Like, what is that totally new stuff gonna be?
Like the Prometheans, are they on the Covenant side, or are they like a new faction?
They're like a new faction. They're like
they seem super powerful.
Older, yeah.
Should we skip ahead or wait for gamer? Tropical? Alright, I'll wait for Tropical and gamer.
Yeah, it's chaos here.
Okay. Guess I should be editing this later, that's okay. I can eat some trail mix now. Yeah, I'll wait for gamer to get back, because he saw Microsoft Defy trailer, I guess. I don't want to see that trailer, actually. I want to leave the suspense. And no spoilers. Oh.
Alright, I don't know how long we're gonna be able to do this, so let's... Is Gamer still watching this? This trailer is supposed to be really long.
He hasn't come back yet, so I think so.
Okay. Well, so what was the next thing?
They showed a game by Mega Man Keiji Inafune and Metroid Prime team called Recore, and it's coming out spring 2016. No gameplay, but from the trailer, it looked like you have like this thing that can like possess mechanical devices, and then if it dies, it goes into this orb, or not dies, but like sacrifices itself to like kill enemies. It goes back into like the orb form, and you put it back into another device, and it takes up the form of that next device. With like the little girl and the robot.
Seemed cool to you?
I thought it was cool, but then I was like, oh, it's exclusive, so I kind of want to play it.
Okay, so like, I guess the big question is, did this convince you? Like,
no,
how?
I was
really?
not. There was no rising motion of like, oh man, this is a great lineup the whole way through.
Really?
Like, whatever. I was very whatever about it at all.
Really? Nothing at all. Like
the only neat thing was backwards compatibility, but like actually, after the fact, I was like started thinking about it more. I was like, well, actually, I play my PS4 like 80% of the time when I'm gaming now. So. And all the new stuff shown was let's see, new stuff. Nothing that was like, oh man, I need to buy Xbox One to play this. So yeah.
Huh. Wow. I mean, I suppose I'm the more excitable of us two, and certainly of us three when we include RPG.
It's surprised by his response on Twitter. He was like, "Oh, that was a pretty good comment." I was like, "Really?"
Yeah, I actually thought.
I get like really angry when they show like all the rare stuff because I was like, "Oh, it's something like another." Like I was expecting like not a new IP, but like something from like the past reinterpreted, and then we got like the retro replay, which we already have some of those games, and then we also got like that pirate game. I was like, whatever. At that point, I was just like so angry.
Yeah, it was. Someone I was talking to during the stream says that, oh, it's a 5-game collection, and I was like, that will be very disappointing. And then it turned out to be a 30-game collection, and I was like, okay, it's more, but it's still very disappointing. I really wanted to see. I really thought actually they were going to bring back a Rare franchise.
I did too. That's why I got
that would be the thing. But you know, look. And so you're not into the Pirates? What, Sea of Thieves is their new IP?
No.
I guess it's hard to tell so far. I mean, it looks like it's gonna be perhaps like a pirate themed MMO, perhaps.
It did have that feel. It felt like a very persistent, like universe driven game, like something like that. But I was like, eh.
It was cool though, right? Rare getting to make something not Connect.
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice.
It's like, oh my gosh, Rare's on stage.
Oh my gosh. Talking about like we have however many years of games. I was like, so who from way back in the olden times founding is like still there? Because you guys have just been like through the muck after the Microsoft. I don't even know if I can trust the quality on your games anymore. Sorry. I mean, let's see, Via Pinata was cool. Some people like that Banjo-Kazooie racing game, but besides that, what are you doing for me lately? Sorry.
I guess we'll see. Yeah, looking at the backwards compatibility thing, I think a lot of people will point to that as being one of the high points for their press conference. I thought it was really interesting because it sort of it allows Xbox One to become, or at least as far as like game sales and stuff, it allows them to do the things that Steam does, right? And then we saw one of the first examples was they said when Rainbow Six Siege comes out in October, it's going to come with Rainbow Six Vegas 1 and 2, which were 360 games, and now they can offer them. And, you know, it's sort of the same thing as with Steam. It's like, oh, you know, we got these back catalog. We know they're not worth as much to people now as they were. So, but they're still worth something. And now that, you know, the backwards compatibility sort of implementation on the Xbox One is so convenient for developers. I mean, they just have to say, yes, we want that one playable on Xbox One. Yeah, it's just sort of like, here's... I don't want to say garbage, but that's what I'm thinking. It's like, here's old stuff that we have to sweeten the pot. We don't really care if we make money on it anymore. Because traditionally, I mean, they don't. Like, at this point, no one expects to make money on consoles on, like, really old console games anymore.
Yeah.
Actually, I guess my other favorite part was like the indie showcase, just because it was like a nice, refreshing break from the stuff that they're like trying to show me and tell me, and be like, "Oh, get excited about this, Dick." And I was like, "Whatever." I think I was seeing more Cuphead. I was like, "Yeah, Cuphead!" And like the new Gone Home People's Game Tacoma. So,
yeah, it was really different. Like it started like, you know, the Microsoft style of indie montage, and then they actually had the developers on stage. Although it felt more formalized than what we've seen from Sony in the past. Like the Sony ones seem like, yes, they had rehearsals, and yes, they've done it before, but it didn't feel quite as scripted as this one did.
Yeah.
But still, it's like, oh, I don't know. My overall impression, I felt that it this is the first time we've seen the fruits of Xbox getting beaten so early on in this generation. It's like they could have very easily taken the wrong course of like, oh, we'll stay the course. You know, this was our vision of Xbox One. We did so well on 360. We'll just do the same stuff, but with Xbox One and, you know, the features that we want to push there. But yeah, like getting beaten down is like, oh, total shakeup of the top. It's looking good. Or so, Gamer, like you're the only one of us who has one. This was you thought it was good, right?
Yeah, it was solid. Like
solid.
I mean, like when they said backwards compatibility, my face lit up like a Christmas tree. And then they said, "Oh, it's a game by game basis." My face just like frowned. I was like, I was thinking, oh my god, I could just pop in Gears 3 and it'll play. And then, no, it's game by game basis. And it's like, you gotta be fucking shitting me. It's like, they could have had like a huge thing where it's like, your entire library is like compatible, but no, there's like some restrictions. So it's like, so stupid. I was like cringing. I was like, you had a killer feature and then you just like pulled it back so much.
I thought it was funny too, because like when they showed Mass Effect, it's like right before a super major spoiler that they, like would have been there. Like, what are they doing? Like, what?
No, it was crazy. Like they were showing Mass Effect. I was like, is the frame rate really that bad during that section?
Yeah,
it was like really
yes,
like
it was.
Frames. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe it was that bad. But yeah, I still have Mass Effect. That's like the only Mass Effect game on 360 I still have because it's like worth a lot of money. But I don't know if I'm gonna replay it because I replayed it like 20 times on 360 already. But it's a cool feature, but I'm just hoping, like, they open the catalog. Because, like, that's what killed, what's that, 360 games on 360 was that it was just so limited on what you could actually play in the system.
Well, so they weren't clear on this, but it would be interesting to see if they clarify, like, is it have they solved the technical part entirely? Like,
I
is
think they
there
did,
no
because-
game that will be excluded purely for technical reasons?
Because the wording they did was like, it's up to the publishers to say it's okay to, play it on Xbox One. Because it might be a licensing thing.
Yeah.
So here's hoping that publishers just say yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Everything, just put that flag up, then just release it. I do hope so, because man, that would be great.
It's really cool. Like, if that's the case, it's like hackers have been working on a 360 emulator for quite a while now, and there was some news recently. It's like, oh yeah, it's kind of working, but this means a total 360 emulator exists out there.
Yeah. And it's exciting because like it has that game DVR functionality, so it's like all the 360 games. Like if something cool happens, just like Xbox, record that, and it's like bam, it's there. So that's cool. You don't need a capture card anymore. Yeah, that's fantastic. But this game by game thing just totally kills it. So I don't know. Here's hoping the publishers
they're not all
get
stingy.
their head out of their ass and be like, it's not about the money. It's just about people playing games. So other than that, it's like Rise of the Tomb Raider looked cool, but there's just like too much Uncharted for me. It's like because like they're trying to Uncharted out each other. Like, what's more bombastic? What can we do?
I didn't feel like that was a good demo though, because it was just like a linear progress up a mountain, and then like montage of gameplay clips at the end.
Yeah.
It was funny because like it's this super bombastic opening, I think, and then it turns into, this is where we left Lara at the beginning of the first game. Huge disaster, and she's by herself and all beat up and progressively loses, like her coat and all that stuff, and then survive
from the beginning.
Yeah, like
how many bows is she gonna make? My God. And like it was crazy because like I was like thinking how stupid Lara is, because like she had the ice picks, right? And then she like at the top of the mountain she lets them go or something. Like, what ice climber is so unprepared for that moment? But yeah, it looks great though. It looks great. But that
was really cool. Like, is this the first year that they've had 60 frame streams?
Yeah, because of YouTube upgraded their technology to have 60 frames, so it's pretty cool that streaming 60.
And I guess there's a new controller with like a bunch of modification stuff on it.
The controller's cool. I'm wondering the triggers. Trioptical drop. But the triggers on the back, could you map those to like reload or whatever? That would be cool.
I think so. That's what it looked like. It was like on the video for it. It was basically you could just fully customize.
Yeah, that looks
usability for everything.
That looks good. Like just to have reload map to the back pad. That's awesome. Just to never leave your thumb off the right stick is really good.
It's kind of weird though, because like on the the D-pad that's default, it's like
that looks some weird octagonal something. Ew.
Sort of like touch
good thing. Swap it out.
So like, does that controller basically have more buttons, or are they just remaps of available buttons?
I think it's just a remap.
I agree.
Maps? Okay.
Yeah.
There's also like Rick said, you can change the sensitivity on stuff as well or something.
Yeah.
The weird thing for me is like the hair trigger thing. It's like, is that like a cheat? Like if you don't have the control.
To be fair, if you don't have that, there's someone that does, because it just seems like you're out.
Now everyone has to buy that controller if they want to play competitively.
But seeing how like it's considered elite, like how much is that thing gonna cost? $100?
$99.99.
Yeah.
So in that package, then, does it come with the swappable parts, or are those extra?
Oh man, it better. But yeah, it's a cool controller. If it works on what?
On PC.
Oh, it does work on PC. Yeah.
It does work on PC.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of
But
Windows
it
10,
only works on
Xbox
Windows
One and
10
stuff.
PC.
Nah.
That's the thing they're like that they worded carefully.
Yeah, there was a lot of carefully worded stuff. I mean, in the beginning, they started by saying something like, "Xbox is the home of the best exclusive games coming out this year." And if you're a PlayStation fan, you hear that, and it's just like, so is that basically a concession saying that Uncharted is the best exclusive game, but since it's not coming out this year, we can, add this little condition at the end of our statement, and it's totally true. But at the end, when they repeated it, it's like, oh, actually, they mean Tomb Raider, I think.
And they showed Fallout 4, and I haven't seen the Bethesda conference yet, so this is my first time seeing it. So Fallout.
When you see it, Doom is good. Gamer, did you see it yesterday?
Yeah, I watched the entire thing yesterday. I like their conference. I like their conference more than Microsoft's. Because it was just like game. Like no lulls. There were some lulls in in the Microsoft conference for sure.
Yeah, they said that the mod support would be only on Xbox One, or not only, but I mean like PC and Xbox. It's exclusive to Xbox on console.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I mean, that's. I don't use mods.
Then they also said something like weird, like it's free, so maybe they'll charge PS4 users. I don't know. That'd be messed up.
Well, so what they showed last night at Bethesda was that Fallout 4 is going to have this crafting system in it, which is completely insane. I mean, it's essentially parts of the world are Disney Infinity or Little Big Planet. If Little Big Planet was 3D. Like, you often see those videos of people picking up all the items in a town in Skyrim and then just, like, placing them somewhere for the heck of it. With Fallout 4, what they wanted to do was actually give all that random junk purpose. So now you can actually scrap all of those things, take their sort of base component parts, and then craft them into other stuff. And the other stuff is things like buildings. You can build your own settlement. You can build turrets. You can build generators that run the turrets and run lights, and build terminals that control the turrets and the lights. You can build like mods on the guns. Like, they were showing mods for the guns. Like, it started with one gun, and then at the end it was a totally different thing. And it's just like tons of this stuff. And like the power armor is complete moddable. So yeah, I'm not really sure what the Fallout 4 mods on. I guess the typical stuff that you see from Fallout and Skyrim mods on PC. Better graphics, I guess, if they can get it to run on Xbox One.
What was that mod in Skyrim? Clean women or something? So you have clean women in Fallout. But that's cool. I mean, like, if it's like stuff like that where it's like cosmetic items and also like graphical tweaks that you could implement. But I'm thinking there's gonna be some restriction because like Xbox One is limited.
Yeah.
By how much? Because like Skyrim mods, if you add them up, it takes a crap load of system RAM.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking there's gonna be some limitations, but like hopefully it's gonna be mostly unrestricted content for Xbox One. That'd be pretty cool.
Like, the way it sounded like, it was sort of like what Epic did way back in the day with Unreal Tournament 3 on PS3.
Yeah.
Where it was like unrestricted, but sometimes when you downloaded stuff from the PC one, it's like, it doesn't run on PS3. It's too hard.
Alright, then Pierre Moore came out. EA stuff.
That was the lol.
Yeah. He was talking about, he mentioned Madden at the beginning, I was like, whatever, and like there was barely any applause, and I thought that was great.
Everyone was whatever.
And he started talking about the EA Access program. I kind of got confused because I don't care about it, so I was like, whatever. And then Titanfall apparently is coming to it, and then for like E3 week, all Xbox Live Gold members will get access to the EA Vault stuff, so there's that. And then they announced Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2.
Yeah.
Yep. Gamer, are you in EA Access?
No.
Okay.
Because, I'm not going to buy anything. I mean, the service. I still think Sony dropped the ball on that. Like, I really think Sony should have picked up that service as well on
Really.
PS4. Because I mean, it's great because like 10% plus, you get access to any game on their catalog. So
I still feel like it might have been terrible though, because on Xbox at the time it was just the one thing, EA Access. I mean, Games for Gold was just sort of getting started, so it wasn't really there. But then, I could see a situation where if it's successful for EA, then suddenly every publisher wants to do it, and then Games for Gold and PlayStation Plus Instant Game Collection basically are gone because they want to save them all for their own. And then it's just like you have to subscribe to all the publishers to get discounts and free versions of their games. Like,
I was thinking about that when you said $5 a month. I was like, wait a minute, I already have a full subscription. I'm not going to pay for something else on top of that. Sorry, Peter Moore, not happening. Even if I get Dragon Age Inquisition later on this year.
Although, like Xbox does have that, and it actually hasn't turned out that way yet. I mean, we haven't seen Activision Access or Ubisoft Access yet, so maybe it won't.
better not.
Oh man, do you think backwards
like
compatibility opens the door for like perhaps suckier offerings in the EA vault? It's like, oh, now you can have Army of Two, a 360 game on your Xbox One.
Oh, so they're just gonna look back like you're not gonna get new games anymore. You just you'll have Dead Space and the entire catalog. Like they're gonna like just slowly roll it out. Like, oh, here's Dead Space for January. Here's Dead Space 2 for February. Here's Dead Space 3 for March.
Remember, you're still paying $5 a month for this.
Yeah, probably, most likely.
It seems
I
like
don't
that
think
could
there's
happen.
gonna be a lot of EA games that they're gonna shovel out soon. So yeah.
Yeah, Garden Warfare 2 doesn't seem to be an Xbox exclusive in any way.
Yeah, it's probably
It just
like
happened to be the stage.
content thing. Yeah.
Yep.
A lot of things on Xbox's stage were just like, oh, here's just a world premiere trailer that we're showing.
So next we saw Forza Motorsport 6, which is coming out September 16th. So they showed that.
It's weird. It looks good, but so did Forza 5 before.
Yeah, I know. It's weird because
it's
like they showed this one and I was like, wait a minute, didn't they just make a Forza game? So they're just pumping them out. So I'm like, okay, can't really be excited because I know there's gonna be another one after this, probably pretty soon.
I mean, the new edition is supposed to be like night racing and weather, which the fans apparently were clamoring for after Drive Club came out with that. It's like, how come ours doesn't do that? And they said Forza Horizon 2 does that, and then now reincorporated into the main series.
Like it's really annoying that 1080-60 is still like a point that they have to make. Like, you don't have to make that point anymore. It's like, who cares? Like, I don't really care anymore. You can be 900p. I don't give a shit.
I suppose they're trying to get rid of that impression that theirs can't do it. So they're still gonna say it.
Yeah, I guess.
So then the next game was the rumored Dark Souls 3, and then I couldn't read the font at the end. It said like either early or spring 2016. So there you go.
It was early 2016. I think it was spring.
Okay. Well, I didn't have a full screen up of the stream when I was doing this because I had to type my notes in the side.
Yeah, it's coming soon.
And then the Division shown again, but no date, and it said the beta is exclusive to Xbox One. Oh.
In December.
Holiday.
Yeah, which means the date is really far out.
Yikes.
Sad. Though, I guess it was a different impression of the story. Like, the first few times they showed it, it felt like you were just, like, this group of guys, and you're out there surviving in the post-apocalypse in New York City. And now it's like, oh, the Division actually means something. You're not just
before
guys.
Tropical.
Did they show that before?
It was like that before.
I never got that impression. I always thought it was just free roaming. It's like, we're just these dudes, and we're out there taking on other dudes. Cause
I really like the way that they defined it when they said like it's an action RPG with like realistic setting or whatever. Cause that's like what I've been clamoring for. So I still hope it can be what I want it to be. Still can be it. And they showed Rainbow Six Siege new stuff, or not really nothing new, but I think release date was new. So that's did it say October
13th,
16th or 15th? Because I typed October something.
They announced that a few weeks ago, actually. In fact, that trailer was also played a few weeks ago.
Oh, well, there you go.
But
They announced the Rainbow Six Vegas 1 and 2 coming to it as well.
Do you think those are pre-order bonuses, or everyone gets them?
Everyone, I would say everyone gets them.
Yeah.
But you never know.
Wow, they dropped the ball on that one.
Trioptical, who's going to pre-order for 2 old smelly games?
Pretty sure that guy.
And then they showed this game called Gigantic, which is on Xbox One and Windows 10, which was weird because they said it was like Xbox One and Windows 10 exclusive, but it's on 2 different platforms. Whatever. I guess that's how exclusivity works.
Yep.
As long as
Exclusive means the other guy doesn't have it.
So sorry, SteamOS and Linux users.
Looks
Looks
okay. I'm not into those type of like arena things, so.
Oh man.
Pass.
I don't know. Yeah, graphically it looked really cool. I'm sort of getting into those kind of games now, but not. Yeah, it was like, it looks alright.
And then they showed their ID at Xbox showcase montage. I was able to type out almost everything.
Whoa.
So, Cuphead, Rise and Shine, The Mean Greens, The Flame and Flood or something, Phantasmal or something, Solus Project, Westeru. I'm thinking it wasn't called Westeru, but it was like the Western game with something.
Rose or something.
That,
yeah.
I think I saw it. I like typed it out wrong. Anyway, Third Coast Legends, which looks cool because it's like the old school whatchamacallit games. I can't think of the name right now. Those ones by BioWare back in the day.
Neverwinter.
Yeah, no, not Neverwinter. The other ones.
Oh, Baldur's Gate.
Yes, that. And then Outward, the Goat Simulator, more Goats Edition, Game 4, Below, Arc Recruitus, and Super Hot. Super Hot looks cool. I've already seen it, but I was like, I'm waiting for it. So, yeah. And then they showed the more in-depth stuff like we talked about earlier for Tacoma, Ashen, Beyond Eyes, and Cuphead. Cuphead, yes. I just like to say, like, a year or two ago, whenever they showed that game first, I was like totally on board. I was like, dude, this game is like the next big thing, and now it's the next big thing. Totally called it like a year ago.
But the next big thing is 2016.
So far out.
Man.
Well, I'm glad they finally showed more than 5 seconds of it.
Yeah.
Because the indie montage started, I was like, oh my gosh, they're gonna show Cuphead, and then it became a montage. I was like, oh wait, no, they're not gonna show Cuphead. and then they came on stage. I was like, oh, they are gonna show Cuphead. I was like, awesome.
Yeah, and I was like, they teamed up with the wrong guys. Why you pick Xbox? Whatever.
Come on.
I'm just saying they chose wrong. They totally did. So. Have fun with your money, but I don't have that platform, and I don't plan on getting anytime soon. Thanks a lot, guys. And then they showed the Xbox Game Preview program, and I got distracted by a tweet, so there was like something about Alone, Dark, and Elite Dangerous coming to it or something weird, and some other stuff, but it's basically the Steam Early Access program coming to Xbox One.
That's sort of exciting.
It's interesting.
I mean, it would be nice. Like, I'm gonna play Elite Dangerous like today, supposedly, if you're in the program. But I'm still iffy on playing unfinished games, though. Like they said, DayZ's part of the program, right?
I do not know because I was distracted.
I think that they did. They said DayZ. Well, they said DayZ. Yeah, it's part of early access on Xbox One.
And then after that, they had the DayZ co-creator or whatever come out and show his game Ion, which was just a CG trailer. So there's a lot of that, man. Just like no
CG
gameplay.
Oh, what was that? Did you talk about that robot game?
Oh, the Keiji Inafune and Metroid Prime. Yeah, we talked about it. I thought that was, well, I mean, conceptually,
It's a CG
that's
trailer,
cool,
yeah.
but it's just a CG trailer, so. If that's what
I
they're
like
going
it
for.
looked like, is this like Mac? Or like Mac-ish? Like, the thing was a dog first, and he took the orb, and then put the orb into the big
Oh, yeah,
dude.
that's a good point. But I haven't played Next, I wouldn't know that.
No. Mac was good.
And then Rise of the Tomb Raider, which we already talked about. And then, the rare replay section where it's just like, oh man, what's it going to be, And then I got rage happy, because I was like, oh, this isn't a new rare franchise getting a new game, it's a new IP. Oh, it's pirates. And then I just stopped caring, I was like, whatever, pirates. Assassin's Creed Unity called, and they want their game back. Sorry, you missed the boat on that one.
It looked extremely early. Like, we're not going to see that for a long while.
Yes, it did. Because like it starts off and then someone else like runs through your game and it's like, oh, it's a shared world or whatever, some sort of MMO thing, but we don't really know. It's like a boat fight and stuff, and I was like, whatever, pirates, psh, whatever. I was very tuned out at that point because I was very unhappy. Because I was like, you know what, go for yourself, Microsoft. Because I wanted some new Perfect Dark. Because I saw a new Perfect Dark banner. I was like, I got excited. Like Perfect Dark. What could we be getting? And then we didn't get it, and I was like, yeah.
I thought they would be one of the things where it'd be like, available now, rare replay, whatever. But like, oh, it's available August.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like on disc too, but whatever. At first I was like, are they going to try to do some like weird virtual console style? We have classics again, like on Xbox Live Arcade, but they didn't. It was just that one collection.
I didn't know Rare made like a ton of games.
Yeah, me either.
Because I was only.
Cause I knew the ones they showed,
from
like
Super Nintendo went up, so.
Like RC Prime and like those ones within like 30 games. I was like, oh wow, that's a lot. And then Kudos Tsunoda came out, and then actually I think they showed Fable Legends, and then Kudos Tsunoda came out, and I was like, wow, someone's fallen far from Connect dude with the glasses.
You lost his glasses, man.
Yeah,
oh
I was like, finally,
what?
I know some glasses. And I was all like, it's all about Fable Legends, free to play, blah blah blah. And they showed the HoloLens demo, and I was like, okay, whatever, it's Minecraft. I don't play this game or care about it. That's the other thing about this demo. I was like, they showed Minecraft. I was like, I'm probably like in the minority, so I'm gonna save my comments on Twitter about how I could care less about this and just watch and pretend I'm enthused or entertained. Blah blah blah. Because I was like, I guess you could see like, I was thinking of like the context that you could like see this in and be like, okay, what could this be used for? So I was like, well, I guess like in some sort of like D&D Dungeon Master thingy. When like you could see like the board that people were playing on as you like put stuff in it as they were like going through a dungeon or something, that would be cool. But like I just couldn't wrap my mind around it when it's like Minecraft and I don't play that game and I like whatever Minecraft. So.
But the tech was cool. It's like it like dissuaded fears. Like remember, like there was like reports that the HoloLens is only in a small box in the middle of your view, but it looks like it's the entire glasses that can see it, the holographic part, so that's cool. But I'm like kind of hesitant. Like, was the controls for HoloLens only voice activated commands? Like, that was kind of weird.
Okay, we didn't have a controller in his hand. Just saying. So I guess they're still working on the gesture controls for it. Connect. Lightning strike. And then, do you have anything to say about the HoloLens thing? Because I really kind of.
Actually, I think what Gamer was talking about with the little window before, that might still actually be the case in reality. Because, you know, when they showed it, they had a special hookup for a camera.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, you know, we've been able to overlay virtual stuff into a video feed forever. I mean, every election now.
I see what you're saying.
Super amazing. It's gonna be, you know, it'd be really cool if that is their vision for it. You know, what they're showing with HoloLens now is nowhere near what it's gonna be, where it is a little window. Like, if it becomes, it's just everywhere in your world, that is gonna be really exciting. Although, yeah, I gotta say, just like Tekken is like, not super interested in Minecraft, so what else is there gonna be?
Pornography.
Oh yeah, so you're tweaking.
Exciting tech for pornography. That's for sure. But yeah, the application for I don't know. Like if I was able to watch like a web browser on like my left and like something on my right, like TV on my right, and I could see it like big, that would be kind of cool.
Have you seen PDP is actually making something like that?
Really?
Yeah, it's called Project Delphi. It's a Google Glasses like thing. So basically you wear it, and to your right in your peripheral vision, it projects a virtual 24-inch display of any HDMI source that you hook into it.
Nice.
Oh yeah, they also announced some sort of their Oculus thingy, and then the Valve thing that was like, what? Valve, why? I was like, I felt betrayed at that moment.
The Valve thing
like,
was just like, it's weird. Like their partnerships, like it's like, oh, we're partnered with Oculus for this, but then we're partnered for Steam VR for Windows 10. It's like, so what is your part in all of this? I didn't really get it.
That was like super weird for like the Valve thing. 'Cause, like they're supposed to be like making their own OS.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, why would they like keep going back to Microsoft?
Yeah.
Like, you know, if they're supposed to be succeeding from the union. Like, why?
Well,
why
not
do
a
that?
lot of people will be
Empire.
using that OS though, because I know I'm not gonna be using it because it'll just be Linux games that are compatible with it.
Yeah, I'm wondering, like, a lot of stuff on Steam Machine has sort of not gone the way that I imagined they wanted it to. So maybe they are realizing, yeah, I mean, they have all the data. Maybe they're realizing, too. It's like,
good
yeah,
point.
no one's using SteamOS. It makes sense for everyone to partner, or at least, you know, those two to partner with Windows, at least, to get their VR stuff really awesome.
Meanwhile, at the Worldwide Developer Conference, nobody's like, "Hey, Apple, let's do this." Team up time. Nope. We go solo all the way. Sorry. And then, okay.
Sorry, but yeah, it seems like Oculus is more. There's more Xbox related stuff with that one, and then Vive is really going to be sort of Steam PC games focused.
Yeah.
And then they showed Gears of War stuff. Like, okay, so the part before they showed the new Gears, like, what was that announcement? It was like something about the beta. Like, I put Gears of War something beta announcement because I think I was distracted by a tweet or something. Whatever. But like, they said something about like Gears beta something, and like the remaster. I don't know if it was a remaster or not. I just saw like the Gears logo, but it wasn't like a new one. So I was like, huh? And then they said something about the beta. So I was like, what? So I just typed it, whatever, and then they showed the new Gears demo.
I don't know about a beta. I must have missed that too. But the Gears remaster is a remaster of the first Gears, called the Ultimate Edition. It's basically the stuff you expect from a remaster, except that they're also adding some of the enhancements that were made in later Gears games into the first one's multiplayer.
Oh, okay. See, that's so weird because like with backwards compatibility, it kind of like negates the whole like why would you even bother with like buying those? You can just play the backwards compatible version.
Yeah,
Because they're not gonna make the Gears of War backwards compatible. That's what they're gonna do.
That's how they do it.
Yeah, you have to sell that remastered version.
$59.99. Oh yeah, and then they showed new Gears of War demo, which is, you know, funnily enough titled Gears 4 and not Gears of War 4 or Gears of More. I mean, I think that would be a great title because we all knew it was coming, even though the trilogy wrapped it. Because it's like, I think that's the theme for the next Gears trilogy is just, you know, the plan never works. It's like, oh, let's drop the city on these guys. It didn't work. Oh, it's like this giant satellite thing at the end and kill all the stuff. It didn't work. Oh, let's use this light mass bomb that's going to blind them all and vaporize them. Didn't work. It's like, the plan never works. So, you know, more Gears of More, cause more war all the time, because the plans never work. Fighting forever.
Like, my thing is,
and,
like,
and the main character dude looks so plain and boring. Jesus, oh my gosh, it's ridiculous. It's terrible. The Captain Vanilla.
Didn't we win in Gears 3? Like, we killed everything? Like, I don't get what... Is this a...
Even the Queen, spoiler alert.
So what's the purpose... What's the story of this? Like, there's still the thing, the goo, whatever, still there.
Yeah.
The emulsion, whatever.
Yeah.
Emulsion.
So, like, I thought we won. I don't get it. Like, what's happening?
There's Gears of More gamer. That's what's happening.
Like, was it just me, or I couldn't see shit when he was playing? Like,
yeah, it was super dark. It was super dark.
Oh, okay, so it wasn't just me. Okay.
But I think what they were trying to show off was that storms are also a next-gen trick. If you do storms, your game looks next-gen. Tomb Raider had it, wind and snow and stuff blowing, and then this had it too. It was like the trees are blowing like crazy, and there's like lightning and particles everywhere. I was like, yeah, looks next-gen.
And then, we kind of had Tentacle Monster just saying, because, like, those things, the things in their mouth, very tentacly, just saying.
A lot of tongues.
Yeah, like, multi-pronged tongue tentacle action going on. So, yeah, thanks, Coalition, whatever it's called.
Someone pointed out, it's really funny, there's a part where there's, like, this strange glowing pod on the ground, and the character's partner is like, oh, don't touch the pod, and he's just like, whatever, and he touches the pod and it explodes on him and takes out his flashlight. And then later in the demo, as they begin to fight these tentacle tongue monsters, he's like, hey, don't touch the pod. Lesson learned.
That was the conference. I mean, Phil Spencer came out and said some stuff, and there was like a montage, whatever. But that was pretty much it.
He came out and declared victory, is what he did.
Yeah, that was. Oh my gosh! Yes, I tweeted about that. What did I say? He said something about like, we have the best lineup we've ever had at E3 ever.
Well,
blah blah
really
blah. Something stupid.
That's fact, because like Sony came out and said, oh, we don't have really first party showing, a lot of first party showing this holiday. So like Microsoft's like pushing that fact in, pumping it, like, yeah, punching. That's fact that, oh, we have the best lineup this holiday season. Like, it's like, well, give me a break, man.
It's like, but then like they did like just like I thought they did. They just like play it safe, more of the same, and the new stuff didn't excite me. And they're like, oh, you're holding stuff back for Gamescom and blah blah blah. But like, why would you even say that? Like, why would you even say that at the end? It's like, thanks for telling me that you had stuff that you could have shown, but you didn't, and made it seem more awesome. So
because like he did say they're still gonna announce stuff for Gamescom. It's like, why not just show the stuff you already announced last year? Show that, and then show the new stuff at Gamescom. Like,
yeah,
weird thing they're doing. Not to mention the stuff they show. It's like, we already know they exist. Like Tomb Raider, you could have saved that for Gamescom. The new stuff should be for E3, because like E3 is supposed to be, it's like an investor event. Like, people come, oh, what should we buy? Like, what game should we buy for our store or whatever. But if they're buying stuff that already known products, like, oh, we already know this exists. Give me a million copies.
Skillbound, Crackdown, whatever. Tomb Raider looks just like Tomb Raider, but better.
Or do you think because they have to show those games at Gamescom because they have to sell in Europe?
Maybe it's just because they have to show something. They have to like spread it out. Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, like if you think about it that way, is Europe really as big a shooter place as America?
No, it's FIFA land.
Like, they like SingStar and iToy. So that's the kind of place that it is over there. So, maybe Gamescom is going to be more to Tekken's taste, where it's not Gears of War, Dude Bros, yeah, Halo 5, Dude Bros.
Because Sony's not going to be at Gamescom.
Tomb Raider, the lady who appeals to Dude Bros.
It's the weird thing, like, but then like when they say it's exclusive, it's like, dude, we already know it's coming to PS4 later on. It's time exclusive. Like there's a whole kerfuffle over Square Enix. It's like, sorry, dudes, we didn't mean to offend everybody. We're sorry.
The Tomb Raider thing was, it's still hilarious. Like, exclusive Holiday 2015.
Yeah.
Nodding, he said, "No, we're not trying to fool anyone."
Ugh.
Yeah.
I think it was a solid B.
I thought it was pretty good. There was
Yeah.
stuff, what they showed combined with the things that are already out on the Xbox. Ever since they reversed the
DRM.
DRM thing, I felt like Xbox is no longer something I would tell people not to buy. It's just that I would recommend the other one over it. But, now, at this point, they've reversed that. Games have come out. Some of the lineup looks really cool, and it's like, now they've, at least at this point, I mean, Sony is tonight, so we don't know, but at this point, it feels like they're pretty even.
At this
think,
point, yes.
Yeah.
I think I really hope Sony just like comes in and just murders them. Cause
What
this
Sony's
was to me
gonna
like
be
just a nice softball toss up and be like, here you go, Sony.
Well, the rumors are through the
over
roof right now. Because, Microsoft showed their thing. And I was, kind of hesitant. I was like, oh my god, are they going to show Shenmue 3 at Xbox?
I know, because I saw like Suzuki tweet that thing.
Then, what are they going to show Sony's camera? It's going to be like Shenmue 3, Last Guardian, and all this, glorious, Final Fantasy 7 remaster. Oh my god.
It just handed them. That's why I'm thinking.
I hate those rumors because I wish they would never be.
There were no megatons. There were no megatons at Microsoft. It's like, oh, okay, played it safe, whatever. Backwards compatibility. Don't really.
That was the megaton. That was a megaton for me.
But when it's not a
megaton.
gamer, then it's like it's not going to get me nice and moist.
See, for me, that was a megaton until later when I thought about it. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I have a 360. Why would I buy an Xbox One?
I thought about it and how I barely ever play my PS3 now, and I'm usually like, all right, Destiny, let's do it. Doing my raids, my weeklies. Project Cars, let's do it. Share button. Mercenary Kings. Let's do it. Just all the time. PS4. Sorry, PS3, you're there, but I just don't have the time. When is the next one EA?
Yes.
Yeah.
In an hour?
An hour.
Is it an hour at 3?
Alrighty.
I think we're all in that time. So,
Then,
I guess, since we have a couple moments, we never talked about the Oculus thing, right?
No, we did not.
Did you watch it, Tekken?
I haven't seen that or the Bethesda thing.
Okay. So, some of the big stuff, at least as far as I think.
I just saw that they're using an Xbox One controller, so I was like, ugh.
That is sort of weird, yeah.
That's only a portion, because that's for the games that were made for, consoles. Just for that. But then they showed their other controller.
Motion controller. Oculus Touch.
Yeah.
Which is basically like the nunchuck controller with more buttons. The nunchuck, of course, is
there more buttons? There's 2 or something, right?
Yeah, there's a stick.
Yeah, trigger.
There was a trigger, and then the hand, where your pinky and the weak finger between the pinky and the middle finger.
Ring finger.
Ring finger. That's right. There's also a button there.
Oh, yeah.
And then it has some sort of array of sensors that can watch simple hand gestures as well.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see how well it works, I think. So Gamer will let us know there. But yeah, I think for PlayStation people, the biggest stuff that came out of that one was that Insomniac is again making an exclusive for a platform that isn't a PlayStation platform. They're making a game called Edge of Nowhere, I think.
Yeah.
For exclusively on Oculus Rift. And then later in the day, I saw an article that said Ready at Dawn is also making an Oculus Rift exclusive, but they didn't announce what it was.
Is this the thing that we talked about when someone said unannounced Nintendo?
I think it might be
not
the
unannounced
platform.
hardware thing.
Yeah.
Because I remember that part we talked about.
So I'm wondering if it's...
But this conference hadn't happened yet.
But it's weird that it was it said unannounced because like Oculus was already announced. Maybe the final product wasn't announced. I don't get it. Like,
Well, I'm thinking it might be the Oculus Touch part. So they might not be doing a controller-based game. It might be this sort of full immersion type game. Yeah, like, and then their partnership with Xbox, so it's kind of related to this, has to do, well, first with the controller being bundled with the headset. So, and they said they wanted everyone to have the same controller so that there was something for all developers to shoot at or shoot for. And then on the other side, game streaming from Xbox One to Windows 10 can also be streamed into Oculus Rift. And it was a really weird demonstration where basically you're sitting, theoretically, instead of sitting in your living room, you're sitting in your office, sitting in a virtual living room playing your Xbox game that's being streamed from your living room.
That is weird.
That's weird. I mean, I guess it's cool if you have all that stuff already. But for me, it's like, okay, so I need a new computer, $1,000 computer. I need a Rift. Who knows how much that's going to cost? But they were saying, you know, for everything you're going to need $1,500. And then I need a Xbox One, which is a little bit cheaper now at $350. It's like, that's a lot to play.
It's almost $2,000.
Yeah, that's a lot to play an Xbox One game away from my Xbox One in a virtual living room, which, yeah, I guess could be better than my living room. Weird. I think a lot of people anticipated that, well, I think I said this before when we were talking about, yeah, you know, Xbox is catching up, but then they've only met parity with PS4 now. Now, you know, PS4 is moving forward with PlayStation Now and Morpheus. And the only way that Xbox can get those types of things is to buy on live and buy Oculus. And part of that is happening. Like, they're not buying Oculus, but Oculus is their VR solution. And somehow they got backwards compatibility to work on Xbox One, so that's PlayStation Now. Yeah, I guess that's where I see them as being sort of even.
Yeah, that was like weird that their new slogan's like jump ahead instead of jump in.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we'll see where 5 years from now. So, 'cause I don't think that's going to happen. Just saying.
We will see. So, Tekken not sold. Game already has one. What games are you getting from the show?
Tomb Raider and Halo 5. Oh, and like maybe the indie stuff, because indie stuff is pretty cool. Like the blind game, that was cool.
Beyond Eyes, I think it was called.
Yeah.
Is any of that stuff this year? The indie stuff?
They
didn't say
all
no dates, did they?
most of the release dates I saw was 2016.
Yeah.
Like the Coma's like, oh, it looks so good. Oh, 2016.
No.
But that's on PC, so I'm getting it on PC.
Yeah.
Because from the looks of it, it's gonna be Oculus compatible. Like I would love to play that on Oculus. There was a weird trailer. It's like she was using sign language to do the password. It's like, is she mute or something? That was weird.
But she was speaking.
Yeah, she was speaking. That's confusing. But yeah, that game looks good. I like that game.
If the computers are deaf.
Maybe.
They don't
Maybe
have
it's
mics,
motion-based.
only cameras.
Yeah, the indie stuff is cool. So probably I'll get like several of those, but not all of them, because like some of them look kind of weird. I'll probably get Elite Dangerous because on PC, because my PC is garbage now. Because like I was trying to run the UE4 demo, the kite thing. It was stuttering like crazy. I was like, God, my PC's now outdated. So maybe I'll try out Elite Dangerous later today.
Yeah, that's kind of where I am too. Like, I was watching that and looking at, you know, the indie games I think were most interesting to me, and I know a lot of those are coming to PC, and I was like, okay, I can play them on PC. But my PC, my PC isn't even at the level of your PC. So if you can't run some of these things, then I definitely can't run them, which means, I like the Xbox One becomes a real option for me because it is bound to be cheaper than buying it.
What are you talking about? You can just think of it as like transistors. Like, oh, it's not here now, but a couple months from now, totally be on our platform, PS4, all the way. You stop thinking about the Xbox One first, Trioptical.
Well, so you think Cuphead is going to be?
No.
On
Wait,
PS4?
was Cuphead? Did they say debut exclusive or?
No, they said it was console exclusive.
Oh,
yeah,
it was.
Console exclusive.
Damn.
That's why it's so sad. It's like, why?
Wait, didn't they announce Cuphead for PC?
Yeah.
They did.
So console exclusive. Why didn't they just say Xbox and Windows exclusive? Or is it going to be on Linux and Mac too?
Because that's why I also was like, yay, Ori and the Blind Forest, I can play it on PC. Yay.
Yeah, like console exclusive is very confusing now.
Yeah.
It's so twisted. Because, a lot of times they were using Xbox and Windows 10 exclusive, but then I guess Windows 10 is a platform for them. It doesn't just mean
I just thought of
computers.
something as like we keep going on and on with this, like without wrapping it up. But like, dude, all I had to do show was Batman, and that'll be it for me. It's like, this Microsoft thing will be a fart in the wind, and just like F them.
Wait, why would they show Batman? Batman's coming out next week.
I'm just saying, dude. I'm just saying, why not?
Are you sure you want to see more Batman though?
No, I don't. But,
I don't like. Gamer, did you watch the TV spot?
Yeah. It was that one line. It was like, harmless.
But
Trioptical's like, don't watch this spoiler.
But like that TV spot, that was like a tale of two TV spots. Because like there's two TV spots. One TV spot is terribly edited, and then one is like remarkably done. And like it just shows you like how good of an editor you need to hire to actually look good on TV. But yeah. Oh my god, cannot wait.
Yeah, I can't wait for the next conferences of like
just
stuff
like
that's known.
it's on now on PSN. Like Sony conference,
I know. I need to put some money on my PSN.
It's really like broke street date. Like just release it on PSN. Like who cares about retailers? But yeah, I guess I care about retailers.
I was thinking they should do that for the Last Guardian actually. Just say
I saw
that would be amazing.
Like I saw the screenshot for like the first minute of the game. Like just give it to me now. That's why I'm steering way clear of chats because it's already out in the wild. Someone probably already like blazed through it and like finished it, and they're gonna say the ending. So I'm clear of that. So it's only one more week, so that's cool. But yeah, that's pretty much all the games. The indie stuff and Rise of Tomb Raider and Halo 5. Gears, I don't know yet. Like I don't know what the hell's going on with that one. But I'm gonna say no to the remaster because like I already played it. So
a lot of the enhancements are actually from the PC version, which I also have.
Yeah. Oh, and the controller, maybe depending on the price, because I know that thing is gonna be $100. Because I do like the trigger thing, like remapping the triggers, the included triggers that they're adding in, like as a remap. So like, just to reload without putting your hand off put your right thumb off the stick is very cool. I like that, but that's pretty much it. I mean, nothing new. I look at the conference, they didn't show anything. I mean, a lot of stuff was in 2016, but like major games that they did not announce at all. So that's unfortunate. But yeah.
Well,
are you gonna pick up an Xbox One now?
Not now. I mean, I think it was always the case where eventually in this generation I would have one, and because like Sunset Overdrive, I guess I don't know if it really interests. What was the game?
So good you can't even remember it.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. So obviously, it's not going to happen
Xbox
now.
One exclusive?
Pretty sure. Otherwise, it would not be. It would not be affecting me in the way that apparently it is not.
I'm sure it wasn't Rise or Dead Rising 3.
No. It was, I think it's...
Well, both you can also buy in PC now.
Yeah. Oh, man.
It must be an indie game or something.
I have no idea. Anyway, it was... I thought the show was okay. Actually, I thought last year's show was kind of okay, too. And it did make me feel like, what is Sony going to do? And last year, they totally delivered. So, we're hoping to see that again.
I feel weird that I'm like the only one that feels how I feel. I'm like, how are you guys not feeling how I feel? But whatever.
But
whatever.
You feel like...
I mean, I'd give them a solid C. Could totally do better, could totally be worse, but like, you know, nothing that blew me away. So
maybe it's just your disinterest in the Xbox brand.
I think it is that too.
Maybe.
I wanted something new, something awesome, something amazing. Taking me to that. It's like Pirate Game by Rare. Way off. I mean, the Kiji Infinity thing would have been cool if it was gameplay, but it wasn't gameplay.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to think about this.
As also, on one hand, kind of angry because it kind of feels like the Mistwalker deal. Like, let's get all these people that make games and give them money and have them make amazing things.
That thing was kind of weird because it started off with Microsoft Game Studios, right? But then like they're not really developing it. So
yeah, like they also did like a new franchise.
And they said it was it's a first party title. Like, how is it first party? You're not even making it. You're just giving people money to make it. Like, that's weird. I don't know.
It's how they do it. It is their way. Yeah. Exactly what Tekken said. That one, you know, they could have shown anything. The point of that trailer was to show Kenji Inafune is making this game.
Yeah.
And they're just like, I don't care what it looks like. All we want is that name at the beginning of the trailer.
Yeah, it's like, after Capcom's like, we have a Legacy Collection coming out. It's like, well, Kenji Inafune has a game. Ha ha ha. Fuck on that. And he's working with the people from Metroid Prime, which I love that game. So it's like, delicious.
Armature.
I guess that's the other thing is like, I love Metroid Prime, so it's like, that's like an awesome combination. Like, you know, I wait to see what it looks like.
Yeah. I think we were all like that last year, weren't we? We're all like, oh man, what if Sony can't? What if Sony doesn't deliver? And then it was like, oh my gosh, they totally delivered.
I don't remember.
Let me go back and see. So yeah, I think that's it.
Alrighty. So, until after the EA conference in like less than an hour. Can't wait. Mass Effect Remastered, please. But, yeah. Those are good reactions for Microsoft's E3 conference this year, 2015. So until you hear us again this week as we're doing E3 stuff or whenever on endlesspodcast.com. Check us out there. We're now signing off.